if the object of our faith is God, to some extent, it means it's going to have a little bit of an effect on how faith works. Because if the object of our faith is, for instance, in this keyboard, I hope we know that it is the same men, they are humans playing drums, playing keyboard. Yes or yes? Yes or yes now? Or are they robots? But do you know that what they will do to the keyboard and to the drums to produce sound is not the same? He is playing like he's pressing. What is he doing? In fact, I'm sure if we want to pray 1 hour stretch and we say we need instrumentalists, this guy can go 2 hours. But you see this guy, maybe by 30 minutes, he would have gym. You just notice that he's... Are you understanding me? But are we hearing what both of them are playing? But are they doing it the same way? Because why they have the strength, the keyboard and the drums, why am I pointing like this? The drums and the keyboard are not operating the same way. And how they are going to respond to the drums and the keyboard is literally how these two things have been designed to operate. So if our object, the object of our faith is God, it means that it's going to have an effect on how faith operates. Do you understand me? The Bible says God is love. It means that number one, faith will be bounded by love. I understand the possibilities of faith. Out that with faith, there is nothing impossible. With faith, if it says yes, God is obliged to say yes. But let me be sincere with you. Faith outside of love would never work. I think we were saying this one of those days that I saw on an online platform this many of this morning prayer platform, amazing platforms are blessing people. And then I saw people putting their prayer points. And I saw one lady put, I know some of you saw it. Social media now is, everybody have access to it. And she put something and said, let my sugar daddy leave his wife or so and come and marry me. That was her prayer point on that morning prayer. Am I alone? You understand? Now, to her, when the man of God is firing the prayer, she said, I release my faith. He will leave his wife and then he will find rest in me. Oh God, answer my prayer. It will not work. Do you know why? It's going to break the marriage, the happiness of a family, and that is anti-love. It won't work. Your faith without love would never work. Because God is what? God is love. Number two, I found out about the character of God is that God is spirit. So it means faith is also what? Spiritual. Faith is not an emotion. Faith is not today, everything is... See, you can do faith like that and you will chop slap. Are you with me? This morning I was trying to tell us about those who try to cast out demons, and the first thing they will do is to do their time. Then they will roll the sleeves and say, this demon. If you don't have substance and light in your spirit, you will do all of those physical outward expression. You will still chop slap on top. Who is getting me? You can do all of those things and you will go back to sleep. They will still visit you. You can come and hold mic and say, I have devoured all the powers in my father and my mother's house. You can say all of those ahead. You will shout and you will say, like one of the things that made me to contend for spiritual power was when I had the case of an evangelist in the southwest. He went for a crusade, and after ministering powerfully and challenging the powers that be, of course they did not answer him while he was on stage. They just accepted defeat publicly. But in their mind, we know where we will meet. When the man got home, they didn't even allow him to eat or sleep. As he was peeling and removing his clothes, rather, his foreskin was peeling with him. So sometimes it's not about those shouts. Because it's not about the outward expression. It's not about the emotion. It's not about how loud your voice is. It's not about how low your voice is. It's about the substance that has been crystallized in your spirit. Because faith is what? Spiritual. It's not emotional. Sometimes it might not even be logical. Then number three, I found about the character of God that rests upon faith is that God is a consuming fire. So it means that the reality of faith is literally to institute and constitute God and all God can give and wants you to have in your space. And He deals and consumes, ejects, deals with, wipes away everything that is not of God in your space. You know what the consuming fire is? You know there's a refining fire, there is a consuming fire. The fire of in a blacksmith's workspace is a refining fire. But God forbid, the ones that burns houses, shops, is a what? And what is the intent? That every that is no longer is dealt with. So it means one of the things that faith will literally do to you and for you is that after it has come onto its matured expression of manifestation, what you will find in your space is all that is God's and all that God can give. And what you will not find there is anything that is not of God or that God can give. So the end of faith is all that God will be constituted in your space, and what is of darkness will be ejected out. That is why when you begin to release your faith, you will find out that sickness can leave your body, and what you will find is what? Health. Meaning health is what God can give. Sickness is what the devil gives, but will no longer be found what? Do you understand that?